And action! Welcome to Cameras Rolling. I am so excited about my show today. I wanted to have a support dog, a therapy dog, for so long, and I finally got Lola. So this is Miss Lola, and this is her intro because she is the star. Ready? Are you ready, Matt?
I'm ready.
Oh, and this is Matt, Matt Hebert, my human guest, who is a fireman, and Lola's handler,
Yes.
who is the emotional support dog of the fire department. Okay, here's her ditty. Ready?
Okay.
Her name is Lola. She's a support dog. Her handler's Matt Hebert, and he's a fireman, and she is wonderful and compassionate. It's always exciting when Lola's around. She is Lola, the emotional support dog. Okay, there's the intro song.
Good girl.
Yes, and it probably really got her confused. So I was telling you that I did not know that the fire department had a support dog, an emotional support dog.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, our union, in conjunction with our peer support team, we're looking to expand our services and what we're doing for our firefighters here in town. And the peer support, emotional support animals were gaining traction throughout the country. And we decided to embark on that endeavor and attempt to get a therapy dog for us here.
Oh, for the firemen.
For the firemen.
I never even thought of that. I was thinking more for the kids who were just brought out of the house. That's even more special because I know that firemen need emotional support dogs.
Yeah, most definitely. We go to a variety of different calls throughout the day. Some of them are pretty benign, others are pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
So the therapy dog itself, having the dog around, helps to get folks to just kind of shift gears into a calmer state and slow down the adrenaline and attempt to relax a little bit, decompress from what they may or may not have just dealt with in a previous call. So we were fortunate enough to get Lola a couple of years ago, and she's been with us ever since.
Okay, so it's relatively a new program. It's 2 years ago.
Yes, there's only a few departments in the state that actually have therapy dogs within the department. Some of the police departments throughout the town have dogs as well.
But there's our canines. They're on-duty dogs, right? Do they have support dogs too?
They have support dogs as well.
Okay.
Yep. So they have support dogs as well. But we're only there's only a handful of fire departments within the state that actually do this through the fire department.
Oh, so you must be really, really grateful that West Hartford is partaking in this.
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah.
Incredibly.
And what made you the handler? Have you always had a gift with dogs, or do people volunteer? Or tell me how you got into it.
So our union put out a solicitation to see who would be interested in wanting to do it. And as part of my solicitation, I wrote like a 3-page letter of the reasons why I believe the program's important and why I believe I would be a good candidate to be the handler. And thankfully I was selected to help get the program off the ground and be Lola's handler.
So when you first got in the program, did you go through a training program with other firemen, or where did Lola come from?
So Lola came from an organization, Canines for Warriors. They're based out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Canines for Warriors?
Correct.
That's a nice name.
They rescue, train, and place service animals with disabled veterans throughout the country at no charge. The animals that don't make it through the service dog program end up getting moved into they call it a station dog program, which is essentially the therapy dog program. The therapy dog program is essentially the same as the service dog program. However, it doesn't have the specific commands like alert, retrieve, whatever it may be. but the same level of commands and discipline go into the training.
Yeah. So, for instance, a warrior dog for a veteran would need probably to assist a veteran that has a physical challenge and can retrieve objects, that type of thing.
Correct.
So she would be one of the dogs that was pivoted from that area.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you went, so did you go there or?
No, so I reached out to them and was put in contact with the individual that's responsible for placing the therapy dogs throughout the country. And through a short interview process, we were approved to be a site to receive one of the dogs. And then it was just a waiting game of whenever they would have dogs available. Sometimes there is none available. All the dogs that go through the training end up going on to be service qualified.
Right.
So then they don't have any therapy dogs to distribute. And it was after about a 4-month wait, I received notification that, hey, we have these 2 dogs available. And when I saw Lola's photo, it's like, perfect. We will take Lola. And our union approved to take delivery of her. And then Canines for Warriors actually drove up from Florida and had a dog for us in East Haven. So there were 2 dogs coming up in the trip. And when they got here, they actually showed me what the commands were for her, walked me through, and actually...
And what were the commands? Like, what does she know, basically?
So in regards to her commands, it's more or less like obedience training. It's not necessarily like...
Sit, stay.
So standard sit, stay, how to walk with you. So her command to go out in the public and to interact with people is go make friends. So when you tell her go make friends, she knows to go up to the people. And even young children, she understands, go make friends. And she understands the difference between a young child and an adult.
Right.
So she's very calm and gentle around our tiny humans. But she gets excited for everybody.
Yeah.
And so it's hard when we're even coming here today, walking down the hallway and getting her to continue to walk with me because she just wants to greet people and get attention.
Yes, yes. Now, did you grow up with dogs? You've always had a dog, or?
No, this is actually the first dog that I've owned.
Oh, aw.
It's difficult with our work schedules to have a dog. So it was a perfect opportunity to not only help my fellow firefighters, but also to be able to be in a position to have a dog that can now come with me to work and be with me and my crew, and just spread some joy to our fellow firefighters.
Right. So she goes home with you, obviously. And
Yep.
You're with her 24/7. So if you hear of another group that's had to go to a horrible accident or what have you, do you go over there and bring Lola so they can greet the firemen when they come back?
Yes. So through our department, if a traumatic call happens or a traumatic event happens, whatever the case may be, I'll receive notification of it. And whether I'm on duty or off duty, I'll jump in the car and go over to sit with them, allow them to decompress with Lola for a bit, and also support them from a peer support aspect to ensure that they're okay, that they're doing well. If they need help, how do we get them to the next step?
Right.
Are they able to stay at work? Do they need to go home? If they do go home, are they going to be okay when they get home? And also just kind of following up with those firefighters just to make sure that they are okay after the event, just to make sure that they're processing it as best as they can.
Yes, because I know it's on TV all the time. So we always see the fire department. Now let me ask you a basic question. Do you guys go to every call? Because I used to think it was fires, but you guys go to accidents. You go to heart attacks. Wait, so
yeah,
so what's the?
Pretty much, if the police department can't handle it and an animal control officer can't handle it, the fire department's going to it.
Okay.
So we handle all hazards of all types, whether it's medical emergencies, environmental emergencies, fires, you name it. odds are the fire department's going to get called out to it.
Okay, but it's not protocol. The protocol is fires first, right? Or no?
No, it's everything. So
Okay, yeah, because that's my question. Like, say something comes over, roll over on the highway.
yep.
So you guys go there with the fire department.
Yes.
I mean, with the police department.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the highway it'll be the state police, but in and around town it'll be the town of West Hartford Police Department.
Okay, so you do show, yeah, because I see that.
Yep.
And I used to think you only went to fires, but you're trained to be EMTs and.
Yeah, as time has progressed, we aren't just the fire department anymore. We've taken on more roles and responsibilities, and that's a nationwide thing.
So when you say more roles and responsibilities, what is that per se?
So for a long period of time, the fire department just responded to fire calls here in town, and then they started going to medical responses, and the medical responses, as the population continued to age and develop, the calls became more frequent, and within the past 10 years or so, we've incorporated paramedics into the fire department. So in addition to being a firefighter, I'm also a paramedic.
Oh, okay.
So we are now the highest level responder in the town.
That's impressive. Oh, so we don't have a separate paramedic department?
No.
In West Hartford, you are both.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. So the paramedics used to just be on the ambulances, but now the paramedics are on the fire trucks. And we're typically on scene within 4 to 6 minutes to any emergency. So we're able to get paramedics to the scene faster, evaluate the patients, and make sure that we get them to the hospital with the best level care.
Right. And how long have you been with the fire department?
I've been with the department now for just over 11 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
What were you 13 when you started? You were
No,
so young.
I wish.
Yeah.
No, so I was 25. 25 when I got hired here, and I was a paramedic for about 8 years previously before coming to the West Hartford Fire Department.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from Farmington, and I worked in Bristol for 8 years.
Oh, okay. And so you just did the EMT there, and then you came.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. My husband is a retired ER doctor. So
awesome.
He loves what you guys do, and he was very excited to hear that you have an emotional support dog. Because they're so important.
Yes. She is incredibly disengaging when going into a room. Folks immediately greet her, and I am the afterthought, which is fine. She wants the attention. They want the attention. Go for it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. But yeah, she really does light up the space. Our firefighters often request to come and see her. They will just stop in. At my station, we have the mechanics there. So if they come off to drop off a piece of equipment, they'll go upstairs to hang out with us for a little bit, play with Lola, and then go on about their day.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And what did you have to teach her after getting her?
So I continue her commands. One of the things that they gave me when they dropped her off was an entire booklet of all of her commands and what they're supposed to look like. She gets scared there.
Oh, yeah, it's my sleeve. It means you're the star. Yes, you.
So I continue her training with just reinforcement of those commands. So she doesn't have to go for retraining or anything else like that per se. It's just a reinforcement of everything. So making sure that I use the commands that she was trained to and making sure that she's performing it the way that it's supposed to be performed. So,
and did she spend time and have play dates with other support dogs?
She has, and Lola, sit. Wait.
Good girl.
Good girl. She has. She will play with other dogs in that environment, but it's very dependent. Sometimes if we were to go to a dog park, which we tried in the beginning when I first got her, she hung out with one dog and then she hung out with all the humans. So she started her training when she was just a puppy.
Right.
And she is conditioned to humans more than anything. So when she's in those environments, certain dogs she'll play with, but most of the time she's going to go to the humans.
Yeah, and it must. Are they born with that ability to be non-reactive? Like my little dog, and he's got Jack Russell in him, so he can be, hell on wheels.
Yeah.
But so he can react to certain dogs that I have no idea why. I don't know if he smells something or something, and is it just part of who she is in her DNA to be non-reactive, or is that a trainable thing? Oh, she's looking in the mirror.
She sees herself in the mirror. Mirrors and glass. She still hasn't quite figured out.
She's like, what's going on?
That's you, pup.
You are close to my daddy Matt. Don't you get any closer?
So when Canines for Warriors goes to the shelters, they screen the dogs, and they will take any dog. So if there's a specific temperament in one of those dogs that they see as very trainable, then they'll take that dog. At the time when they were putting a class through, this was just in the beginning of COVID,
Right.
and most of the shelters were empty.
Yeah.
So they ended up going with a breeder that they had used historically, that breeds English Labs, that have had great success in regards to service training and everything like that. So they chose her specifically. I think the English Lab in general is more of a calmer, relaxed.
Yeah, just
born
labs.
to
Yeah, labs
please.
seem like they. What about golden retrievers? Are they?
Same
Yeah,
sort of
they
caliber.
seem kind of chill.
Yep, just very chill and attuned to humans.
So I would think that she's really enhanced your life as well. I'm sure that I mean I don't want to ask what your life history is, but I think that in my case, when I have a dog or when I have a pet, it keeps me from derailing inside my head. It gives me hope.
Yeah,
It makes me less lonely in my thoughts, even though I know that we're not. But I feel like the dog just can read my thoughts, and I feel less lonely.
I can agree with you. Lola has not only enhanced the firefighters' life here in town, but has enhanced mine
Yeah.
immensely. So she really is a joy to have, not only as a pet, but obviously the greater purpose that she has
Right.
with being there for our firefighters.
Yeah.
So she definitely is, a ray of sunshine in my life for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I think it's so wonderful that, and especially she's your first dog. How cool is that?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you want a dog growing up and you just didn't have one, or?
Yeah, the dynamic of my childhood was difficult to have a dog because we're always on the run. So, with parents being at work all day, and then
Right.
the moment they get out,
And there's such responsibility.
my
Yeah.
my sister's got to go to softball, I've got to go do this, so we're always just on the run. So it was one of those difficult things to have.
Right.
But it was always something that I wanted to have a dog, and always relished going over to my friend's house who had dogs, and I'd always hang out with them, and so that was fun.
Yeah.
But it was just nice to be able to finally have that of my own.
Yeah, so Lola is really a dream come true for you too.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful. So she also helps some of the people at the scene. You're saying that she's
So we don't necessarily
you don't
deploy
take her
her.
to scenes.
We don't necessarily deploy her
Okay.
to scenes. When we created the program, the focus was to make sure that we're taking care of our firefighters
Yeah, so it's for the yeah, okay.
first and foremost. However, we left the door open for exigent circumstances, something that might happen within the community that we know she would be of value
Right.
to help out with. So while we are not on the street every single day, during moments of tragedy, we are available to be out there in the public to help.
Right. And I just find it so interesting because when I first tried to get a canine officer come on with the canine dog, but I think they're having some issues right now.
Okay.
So they said, did you know that the fireman department have an emotional dog? So I pictured, because a canine officer brings their dog to a scene, that was what was happening. And now that I know that she's really to help what you guys go through, it takes me out of that frame of thought of just how much that you guys sacrifice emotionally for your service and for the public.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think people are aware of it to a degree. You watch the news at night and you only see a quick little 20, 30-second snippet of something terrible,
Yes.
and then on to the next story. Whereas there was an entire scene of individuals there that were subjected to that 20-second clip, that end up carrying that for days, weeks, months, years, an entire
Life in some
lifetime.
case. Yeah.
An entire lifetime.
I would think if you would show up at a horrible accident or children involved, I would think it would just be, PTSD is finally getting the attention it really needs, and how much it really does affect mental health.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. And we want to ensure that we're preserving the resiliency of our firefighters, all first responders, by being able to do everything possible to make sure that we're identifying those who are having a hard time, and also being able to give them something that can help to disengage them and help them to relax a little bit and maybe open up,
Right.
to want to talk about it. Because historically, most of us in this career field haven't. It's just one of those things that you just deal with.
Exactly. And I always picture you guys just being stoic and just going, okay, next, thing that I need to do next. And but you're human, and we all have our own emotional experiences, and it takes a lot of compassion to want to be in your field. So to have that compassion, there's something sacrificed there when you feel empathy for the victims. So I'm really glad that Lola is there for you,
Yeah,
and
thank
there
you.
for everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, I am too.
It's funny. It makes me I don't know, it's a little teary, but it's like dogs are almost too good for us, aren't they?
I agree. I agree. She is definitely the one thing that I look forward to after a tough call or even just a long day, just busy running around doing calls.
Yeah.
I look forward to getting back to the station, seeing her, and being able to take her outside and play with her for a little bit. And she likes to just sit outside and watch people go by. Where my station is, we have a ton of foot traffic, and there's a few folks who are always kind of walking by, and she always waits for them. They know her name, and she can see when they're coming, and she immediately gets up and starts trying to walk away, and I have to kind of grab her, and they say her name, and
Right.
so there's other folks in the community that are looking forward to her on their walks throughout the day to see if Lola's
Right.
going to be at the station today.
Yeah, and it's such, with our political climate, social media, the toxicity of things that are online, and just people road rage. I feel like dogs give us hope again.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think it changes a lot about you when you have to selflessly care for an animal.
Yeah. I get emotional. Yeah.
That's okay. I think it helps to remind you of what priorities are in life.
Right.
And if you're able to do that successfully on a day-to-day basis, I think over time it tends to change who you are and puts things into perspective about what's important, what isn't important.
Staying in the moment,
For sure.
getting you out of yourself, taking care of another soul.
Yep. Yep. And that's not to say that, taking care of humans is of the same caliber. I think animals are just of a different caliber when it comes to the care aspect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because you can't communicate with them the way that humans communicate with one another.
Right.
They communicate off of actions and love. And they can obviously tell what the temperature of of what your intent is, if you're yelling at them or if you're, talking to them sweetly.
Yes.
Like when you
Like good girl,
like
Lola.
when you started dancing, she responds to that. That
Yes.
gets her excited. She wants to play. So she's very attuned to stuff like that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Matt. It was such a pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure.
Just to know that you're there for your firefighters. Lola's there, and yeah. Can I visit her sometime?
Absolutely.
Okay, Lola.
Lola,
Her name is Lola.
go make friends.
She is a good girl. Yes, you're the star of the show, and thank you so much for. And also, I love her little face. I think that they'll get her face. She has like little wrinkles.
Yes.
Like, Lola, do you want to do a spa day together? Yes, we could. Yes, we could. A couple of gals. All right.
Good girl.
All right. Thank you so much again.
Oh, you're very welcome. My pleasure.
Good girl. That was perfect to shake at the end. And it is. Here we go. You ready? Lola. It's a wrap.